Yes, guys, welcome back to the My Mindset podcast with First Timothy, your hosts, and Dr. Duce, man. We're here, we're live, and we're ready for another conversation, man. How was your week? How was your week?
Man, my week has been insanely good, man. It's actually been an exceptional week. I've had so many positive things happen since we last spoke. So I'm hoping to be able to share some of that on the episode. And it all leads back to a mindset, a change in mindset.
Yeah.
Okay, back to you, 100%.
Sir. Yeah, man, it's been a good week. It's been a long week, but a lot of planning. Just planning strategy and ways to grow the channel, obviously this channel and the personal channel, and then just preparing for a lot of shoots, a lot of videos that's going to be coming out as well. Yeah. So it's been a productive week, but nonetheless, one of the biggest things that I found interesting, a couple of weeks ago, my niece actually came to me and said, Uncle, I made this song in school, and my school posted it on YouTube and blah, 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 and we made it with AI. And I'm thinking,
wow.
What? She's like, what, 12? Like, I don't even, she's young though, like, child.
Yeah.
Like. So when she was telling me, I'm like, let me see what, like, she was like, do you want to hear my song? And she's singing the whole lyrics to it. She's like, yeah, I made it with AI, I made it with da-da-da-da. And I was like, that is crazy. Like, and she's in primary school. And she's showing me the tune. She's posted the video on YouTube. It's got a couple hundred views, and obviously it's like a school thing. But it just made me think, like, we need to get into that conversation of AI. Like, what is happening? What's going on? What does that mean for producers, songwriters, artists, and even just coaches? Because it's crazy. Bro. But you're the guy to ask.
Let me tell you, man. I'm so glad you raised that, mate. There are a number of ways. Well, there's essentially two ways of looking at this. Yeah. There's one way which is complete fear, panic, it's done, it's over, or it's an opportunity. In my view, it's both. The reality is, my friend, the revolution isn't coming, it's here. It's already begun. Skynet. Skynet has just woken up in relation to music. So if you know anything about, the Terminator and Skynet, that's the reference.
It's woken up for real.
It's woken up, my friend. And when I kind of, I'd heard a little bit about the AI integration and how it had started to infiltrate what's going on with music last year, sort of middle of last year. And then I thought, let me just explore this. So around October, November time, I started exploring, just looking at YouTube videos and seeing what's going on. When I first saw what was happening, I refused to believe it, because my areas, I've been in IT, I'm pretty tech savvy, and I just couldn't, what was happening and what people were being able to create, because I hadn't tested it myself. I was just watching what guys were doing on YouTube in terms of demonstration. And in my head, it's just like, no, how is that possible?
It's mad.
Until I went and I tested it myself. Brother.
This is crazy. No, it's actually insane.
It's crazy.
It's actually
and
insane.
We're going to do, I want to do, I would love to be able to demonstrate, some examples of what's actually happening. And if you're watching this podcast and you're involved... you're involved in music in any way, any way. If you're a songwriter, a lyricist, lyric writer, if you're a singer,
oh my days, it's crazy.
You see, before the singers were all right. The singers were fine. The singers were fine. Because in terms of music production, I mean, was it last year? Logic brought out the session players. So it's not perfected yet. It's still. But I mean, long time ago, Logic had brought out, Apple had brought out the Logic Drummer, which if you manipulate it right, you will never know it's an AI sort of a drummer. But then last year they added the bass player, and then they added the keyboard player. And then you've got the chord track. I mean, I've got videos on all of that. You definitely in the description we'll have links to what we're doing in terms of tutorial stuff. So if you're interested in Logic Pro tutorials, definitely check the description. Anyway, that that for me was just amazing, fascinating.
Mm.
However, and so what I was saying was the bass players and the drummers. Well, the drummers were in trouble for a while anyway, because it's been, you know,
general, yeah.
In general. So drummers were in trouble. Then the bass players and the keyboard players, you know, it's creeping up.
Yeah.
But my friend, when you see and you hear what this AI thing does and how it's going to it's already making, causing redundancies.
Yeah.
For vocalists and for lyricists.
Yeah.
And the point I'm trying to drive home now is you've got your two options. Run and hide and take up a different trade. And then wait, or get on board and figure out how you're going to work with this.
Yeah.
You know, what's been your experience so far with it?
You know what? Since my niece showed me, I actually, because I remember we had a conversation on the phone about this before, and I was like, and we was kind of talking on the point of it's here, but it's not as widely used. So I was like, okay, cool, fair enough. So it's gonna take a little bit of a while for it to acclimatize or whatever, however you want to put it. And then my niece showed me, and I said, 1 second, she's not even 15. And she's showing me about this song like when you told me about it, I'd never heard the result.
Right.
Because you think naturally, AI mistakes like with the image and ChatGPT, sometimes it does like, some weird stuff in it. This, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. You would never know.
And there's a problem right there. And this is the problem. And I'm glad you talked about your niece. How old is your niece?
I think she's about 13 or 12.
12, 13, right. So watch now. Your niece has presented you a song that she created. And therein lies the problem. She didn't create it. All she did was she typed in a keyword, a string of words, and said, make a song, probably with a title, I don't know, A Happy Day.
Yeah.
And the AI will write all of the lyrics. It will sing the lyrics that it's just written, having created a melody. It will add all of the instrumentation and structure the song like a pop song, or whatever genre you told it to make it in. Because that's another thing as well. Your niece didn't have to learn to play any instruments.
Nothing.
She didn't have to learn how to sing, how to develop her vocals, or how to write lyrics or song structure. Strophic form, intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, outro. She doesn't have to learn any of that. All she needs to do is think, okay, what do I want the song? What genre do I want the song to be? What's it got to be about? Okay, AI, make that song for me. And then, if she was maybe older, she can then go on to CD Baby or TuneCore and upload that song and sell it as her own. That's what she could do.
Wow.
What does that mean for the industry? Because I've heard songs produced on these platforms, right, mate, that I would think, mate, wow, I'm in trouble.
Oh my gosh.
I've been doing this thing for over 40 years, right?
Wow.
Over 40 years I've been in this game. And I spent I've been playing keyboards for over 50 years.
Wow.
I've been playing keys for over 50 years, right? Let that penny sink into you. Let that sink into your brain.
That's crazy.
And I've been playing other instruments, developing my craft as a musician, as a producer, as an engineer. And I can also master, because, engineering and mastering, two different disciplines. And over the years, I've been investing time, money, sweat, embarrassment, because when it sounds rubbish and you get that embarrassment.
Yeah.
Someone who can use a computer can just go on now and do all of that, get all of that done in 30 seconds. And get two versions as well, because...
Two versions, just in case you don't like it.
Just in case you don't like it, yeah? mate, we can say it's over. It's over in some respects, yeah?
Yeah.
It's over. I'm passionate about this because, and I'll tell you why in a minute, but I'm just sending it back to you, man, because this is the revolution is here.
That's what it is. It's a revolution. And I think it reminds me of when the art industry kind of faced a similar, you know what I'm saying? It faced a similar problem.
Absolutely.
And I was like, you know people who's kind of suffered from that.
My daughter.
Yeah, literally. So even when I think about that, I'm thinking, well, what happened in history? What happened there? What did the artists have to do? How did they have to navigate? And it was more of a thing of, if you can't beat them, join them, which okay, cool. That is the formula. But then you think, well, how do you beat them, or how do you join them?
How do you join them?
When people who don't have to know a single thing can exceed the talents and the skills that you've developed over the years. So I think if we can really break down, because I want people who's watching as well, and myself, to come away with ways that we can join this revolution of music. The industry has changed, man. It's changed forever. Copyright has changed forever. Music ownership has changed forever, and the creation of music is never be the same again. What does it mean to say that you've made something now? Do you know what I'm saying?
Thank you. There you go. That's it right there. Because like you mentioned about with regards to art and graphic design, my daughter spent her whole life, because she could even talk, we could tell, because she was drawing from day one. And she all of her studies, all of her qualifications, all of her experience, her passion was art, drawing. And then a few years ago, we started to see these graphic, like Leonardo, AI, and on these other ones, like other big ones out there, where in terms of art and drawing, I can just about draw stick men, like a head and a body and the arms and legs, and it's gonna look rubbish anyway. But I'll tell you what, mate, I can go on to Leonardo AI right now, and I can make the most incredible portrait or scenery, and then take ownership of it. I can have it done, and that right there doesn't exist anywhere else on planet Earth, only on my planet. Only on my canvas. My planet. That's absolutely, because that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Our own planets.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And you know what as well? That's a very good point, because what's happening now is we're getting straight into it now. Like one of the ways is I know you said it as a mistake, but you have to create your own world that people want to invest in, because it's not about your skill or talent no more. It's not about what you're capable of doing. It's about who wants to listen to you. What's the reasons that you're giving them? That doesn't have to be, the reason could be anything. It doesn't have to be a reason of, good music is, respectfully, good music is now subjective, heavily subjective. There's a massive divide in this industry. And not only that, but the creation of good music is given to everyone and everything.
Everyone.
So you have to create your own world of music and have people buy into that. Like, if you want to move in this is what I feel. I feel like if you want to have any sort of chance in actually getting that motion and your music in a direction where you are able to make a living in any sort of way, then that is the world you create, is what people want to invest in. If they like you know what I'm saying? You have to build, you have to become a brand. People have been saying that with content for years. People buying into you, not necessarily the brand, but you, the person, whatever. But now the musicians, man, we gotta think about what we're trying to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's a really serious thing. I mean, I think now is a good time, to kind of do a little demonstration of what's possible, right?
Yeah,
it's crazy, and then we can come back and really understand, because now we'll then have some context of what is available to everyone who can use a computer.
Yeah,
right. You don't have to be a musician. You don't even have to like music, but you can make the most amazing. You can make an album.
Yeah.
You can make a 20-track album in a morning. Yeah, you can do that
in the morning,
and you don't even have to like music.
Yeah,
mixed and mastered and released. As well, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna. I want us to flesh that out and actually, for the people watching, understand this is here.
This is now,
and it only gets better. When I say better, more refined. More, the quality will only ever improve.
Yeah, let's put it like this. Those I heard someone say this in an interview, and they said, the AI will not take over. Those that use AI will take over those that don't use AI. That's how it's going to be. It's not going to be robots, and music doesn't make itself. Even with AI, it doesn't make itself. You still have to direct the tool to create what we're doing. So we're going to break down quite a few things. We're going to go into Splice, the tool that they're using. We're going to go into, what was the one that you was using?
So I want to look at one called SUNO. And another one called UDO. So we can cover all three and see what's possible. And we can, just talk about some of the other ways that AI is being implemented. And just as a thought, imagine this now. So these are, a lot of these companies are just startups, okay? While we get the thing ready. A lot of these companies are just new startups. Think about this. Apple is was the biggest, I think, was it the biggest company in the tech? It was the biggest company in the world. It flips between Apple and Google and Amazon and that, in terms of tech. But it's it's in the top 5 of the biggest tech companies in the world.
Yeah,
Apple. Can you imagine how scary it's going to be when Apple decide to integrate a full-on AI engine using all of this recent development in Logic Pro?
It's a myth.
I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there, man. Yeah. So if you're watching, take heed. This is not scaremongering. This is just an awakening as to what is here, and we're gonna explore how you might be able to. You're gonna have to decide, innit?
I think on that note, just because before we get into it, I think we have to really start thinking about. You said revolution, right?
Yeah.
For those that can afford to invest, this is also a financial cue. It's like a financial. We're not financial professionals, but we're saying when it came to, like you said about Apple being, when they was doing the computers and things back then, and it was brand new and people were scared of it. Look at where they are now, like number 1, number 2, number 3. So think about the companies that you may even be able to invest in financially and make profit, or even be literally invested into these companies and have a way of doing that, because this is building wealth as well. That's the mindset we have to have. Don't run from it.
You just opened up you've opened up another port, but I'm not going to go down that one. I'll come back to that later on, because that's a great little moment that you've just created in my mind there. Cool. All right, so we're going to demonstrate. What should we start with?
Let's start with I think the biggest one. Let's start with the SUNO. SUNO.
Yeah, let me pull that up on the screen, and then we'll cool. Okay, so Tim, as I said to you, man, this what I want to demonstrate here is an application called SUNO. I signed up once I kind of discovered what it can do, because I want to explore this. I want to on my own channel, Music Tech Training. I want to demonstrate to my audience what the power of what's actually going. I haven't done a video yet. This is the first video I'm demonstrating this, because I'll tell you, it's mind blowing.
Yeah.
So it's suno.com is the address. Okay. And they've got a number of different pricing structures. There's a free one. You can get on there. You can make tunes. They give you, like, I think it's like 150 credits or something like that. And a first song is I think it's like 40 credits to make one song. And you can get 2 versions as well of that song. And the same quality, as far as I understand, the same quality for the free account you get for the other higher accounts. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But let me show you how this thing works, bro. Once you go in, you're on the create tab, which is just here. And up here, so you got song description. Now you can describe what the song is about. Okay. What should the song be about, Tim?
Let's do a mindset track. Let's make a song about mindset. Let's do a song about mindset. So is this? So I've never seen this before. I've never done this before.
Yeah.
So is it that you type in? You just type in a prompt about what you want it to talk about? Yep. Okay. Cool.
I have a new mindset. I have a new mindset. Cool. Classic lyrical mode. Cool. Let's click that.
So what's that? What does that do?
Right. So this here now, if you're in classic lyrical mode, it kind of writes the song in what one might call strophic form. So verse, chorus, chorus kind of format. Okay. You've got different kind of song structure or arrangement that you can go for, but that is like the verse, chorus, intro kind of vibe that we're accustomed to, like for pop songs. Okay. Cool. At the top here, you can choose whether you want it just as an instrumental or if you want it to have lyrics and vocals. So we're gonna leave that switched off. Okay. So now, so you can create folders as well. So where it's got workspace here, you can have folders. I've just created a folder called test tracks. So once this has done its work, it's going to dump it in here. Okay. So if I click custom, that's it.
Oh, wow.
This is it now. You can enter your own lyrics. So if you
if
you went over to ChatGPT and said, okay, ChatGPT, write a song for me, an R&B song about walking in the park with the love of my life, and ChatGPT will write the lyrics for you, and you can refine it. I can't write lyrics, right? That's never been my thing, yeah.
Right.
So I can get on there and I can get that written, and once I'm happy, I'll bring it over here and I can upload it here.
That's
However,
insane.
I want write with Suno, and I want it to write the whole song. Oh, hang on. Describe the lyrics you want. Okay. I'm gonna type in what did I say before? I have a new mind.
I have a new mind.
I have a new. Is it mind or mindset?
Mindset. I think you said mindset.
Mindset. I have a new mindset. Okay, cool. Now if I click write lyrics, I think that's what it does. It's going off. Let's see how many seconds. I think we've done maybe like 3, 4, let's say 10 seconds in. All right, 10 seconds. Boom. That's written. Now we have 2 versions. 2 versions.
2 versions, man.
2 versions. 10 seconds, if that. And it's got the whole format there. It's got the bridge, it's got the chorus. Yeah, boom. There you go. And for you to read, we ain't even scratched the surface yet, bruv. Scroll that. 2 versions, all right? Cool. Let's go for the first one. I'm not even going to read it. Let's go for that one. Let's select that. Boom. It's already over here now. Okay, cool. Let's scroll down a bit now. Okay. And what style of music do you want? Okay. What style should we go for?
Let's do some symphonic black metal, man. There was symphonic black. Wait, I said it there. It's because I said it there. Wait, scroll to the right. If you scroll to the right.
I didn't see that.
It said symphonic black metal.
What? Oh my.
Because I've never heard that before. So I'm interested. I'm invested. Yeah? This is new.
This is, bro. I wouldn't have even thought. All right. So what it does once you click that sort of tag, as it were, style, it then knows that kind of the lane that you want to go into.
Oh wow.
Okay. It knows the kind of lane.
Okay.
So now,
let's make it. Let's not make it too mad though. So maybe we can make it like more symphonic black metal, but let's say something like steady pace or something like calm or I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's do. Should we do American singer-songwriter since it's prompting?
Yeah.
You know, it's prompting. We do like American vibe, or should we do British vibe?
No, let's try it. Let's try the American vibe. Yeah. So we're putting American. Ooh, we can.
Singer-songwriter.
Singer-songwriter.
And then I want. How do we kind of make sure? Because I know black metal is quite intense. So maybe we pull it back and say, groovy. I don't know, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
put it this way, I've got enough credits, man. I've got 2,500 credits here, so it's all right.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right, cool. This
is just experimentation, man.
Yeah, let's say. Oh, let's actually give a BPM. Let's do.
Oh yeah.
Let's do 120, not too fast, like.
120 BPM. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
120 BPM. All right, cool.
And then let's say melodic.
Okay, cool. Melodic.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's about to happen. The thing might just break. The thing might just break.
Why not? Why not?
I think that's me. After that, I think I'm good with that.
Hey, I've done this before, so I'm good. We'll do this one, and then we'll see what happens, and then we'll do something that is sort of what we'd probably
realistically do.
We'd probably would do, right? That this is experimentation. All right.
Yeah.
So, in terms of persona, that there is something that you create yourself.
Okay.
I'm not going to go into that. Yeah, that's something that's more advanced. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of, I know it's taken a minute, but let's just kind of go back. It took us 10 seconds to come up with the full song written, the lyrics of the song written, okay? Yeah. We had a bit of a chat and we decided what we're going to pick here. If someone was coming on here to make a song, they'd already know what kind of music they like and they'd type that in. So that'll take them 5 seconds, okay? Yeah. So we're still, call it 20 seconds. Yeah?
20 seconds deep, man.
20 seconds deep. We've got the title already. You can change the title. That's another second. And we're good to go. We're ready to press create.
Wow.
So let's just say, right, we spent 30 seconds, right? Because this is the creative process.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because everything else is outside of our hands, okay? This is the bit where we're creating. Now we're going to hit create. And you know what? I want to time this, man. Yeah. I want to time this.
Yeah. Because it's important. We have to look at the amount of time that we have managed to save over 10, 20 years revolution. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is usually would take us days, weeks, months, sometimes.
Days. I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, so it's time. I'm gonna time this, all right? So I'm gonna hit create and start. All right, create, start the timer. All right, cool. It's creating, it's thinking. 2 songs. It's already started. So we're 7 seconds in, right? It's creating thumbnails as well for your album, for the release, for the single. All right, it's already started.
It's done,
mate. It's not quite yet, because you see, you got the green, the red thing there. So at the bottom here, right, it's almost like a progress bar as to what's going on. All right, and I can start playing. These are going to be 4-minute tracks. Let me play. I can start playing the first one, I think.
Okay.
If I hit play there.
built a tower from my old scars. Turn the shadows into shooting stars. Dust from my past now fuels my flame. A stranger to myself, but I love the name. I got a new mindset.
Oh my god.
The fire in my chest.
Right, let me. There are no words.
Whoa.
There are no words. My friends, you're watching this right now. Where's the camera? You're watching this right now. The revolution is here. Where are you?
Yo.
Where are you going to be? Right?
What?
I forgot to press start on that, yeah? I mean, I forgot to press stop. I was playing it, but within 20 seconds of hitting create, this thing was ready to go. Okay?
Are you mad?
Just allow that to get to deep into your brain. Allow that.
Whoa.
Yeah? That whole process, under a minute. The entire process.
That is insane.
Just allow it to get into your system and understand where we are now and where we're going.
Yo.
So what are you going to do? I know what I'm going to do. But what are you going to do? Yeah. And I'm not telling you because I don't want to influence you as to what... I had to make a decision for myself.
Yeah.
And in this game, we have to decide for ourselves what we're going to do next.
Crazy. You know what?
Bruv.
You know what? Let me hear the second one because there's two versions as well.
There's two versions. Let's tap into the second one.
I built a tower from my old scars. Turn the shadows into shooting stars.
What on earth is happening?
Now fuels my flame. A stranger to myself, but I love the name. I got a new mindset. I'm breaking the mold. The fire in my chest.
No way.
No change, no rules can lock me down. My new mindset, the talk of the town.
I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Enough.
I can't believe this.
See?
I can't believe this.
I repeat myself. Folks, if you're involved in music in any way, what's your next move?
No way, bro. How is that possible?
I could create a persona, right? An invisible. I could go onto Leonardo AI, create a visual, like an avatar of me with a guitar. And that will be my branding. That will be my profile. Go to ChatGPT, create a bio, a history about me. Fake. I can then take these songs, package them, and upload them. What time is it now? It's 11:53. By 11:53 a.m. now. By 1 p.m., these songs will be scheduled for release on Spotify.
This is
the
amazing.
reality. This is where we are.
Wow.
This is where we are.
Wow.
I don't sing. I can just about hold a tune myself personally. I don't really sing. I can't play. I can play a few little guitar licks, but my song will contain all of that. And it will be a representation of me, the artist, the producer, the engineer, everything, the songwriter, lyricist, all of that.
I can't believe this, I'll be honest.
Right, I'm going to stop talking for a minute because
I can't believe
I'm glad.
This. Yo, no, for real. Like, oh my days. That gave me a minute to sink in. I'm going to come back down to earth now because obviously this is a conversation. lost me there. After you play those 2 tunes, lost me. I was gone. I was absolutely gone because it's, you know what it is? It's the quality, it's the level of musicianship that's happening in the music as well. It's not even like it's not even like it's basic.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
It's actually it's mad. What's going on?
This is reinforcing what we knew already. But you see, I'm sharing it with you. I've never shared it with any other musician or producer, but I'm sharing it with the closest person to me.
Yo.
In this game, the person who's most consequential to me in this game, I'm sharing with you, and I'm picking up on what, because I already knew. But when it landed for you, Tim, it reminded me of what's happening.
Yo, wait, all right, well, so
yeah, just allow it to sink in, man.
So like. All right, cool. I think you know what it is, because as music, you know what it is here. This is what it is. I'll tell you what it is. This is what it is. We're as musicians, as working musicians, we've performed many times. We've had many sessions. We've created many moments, many songs that have made it and haven't made it. And to see 30 seconds of work turn and bear in mind as well of something. Of a genre, a style of content, lyrical content that we have never heard personally. We've never heard before.
I wouldn't have known what was going to come out of it.
I had no idea what was going to happen. And I'll be honest, I'll be honest, I don't listen to black metal at all, let alone the symphonic one, yeah? But I like that. I liked whatever. That was cold. That was cold.
Bruv.
That was cold. And that's what I think. That's what's mad, you know. And okay, cool. We're here. I'm bringing it back because I'm a bit. It threw me. You lost me, fam. I'll be. You lost me. All right, cool. Yeah. So boom. So what does that mean for people like?
That's what I'm saying. People need to go away and spend some time thinking.
Yeah.
Because you can't make a decision on what you're going to do next in this moment.
No, you have to think about it.
You got to think about it. We're pointing out. We're not sponsored in any way by SUNO. You'll see that it's SUNO.com. Go sign up for a free account. Account. Try it out and see what what's possible.
Yeah, man. I think
what's happening.
I think this is what the channel's about. What mindset do you want to have when it comes to these moments in history, when it comes to these moments, when it comes to these revolutionary moments? What mindset do you want to have as it pertains to this? Because you can have the mindset of adopting it or being afraid of it, and that's fine. You can be afraid of it, but you have to understand what comes with it. But some of you might not even be afraid of it. Some of you might be very skeptical about it. Yes. You might think that, it's not going to last. It doesn't have any legs in the long term. But I challenge you to think, well, it's not going away. And why isn't it going away? Because it's a creative tool for a demand that has never left. Music.
That's right.
Bear in mind, when it happened to the art industry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the visual side of things.
Yes.
Yeah. This is all what's the word? Receptors, like you're receiving it audibly, visually,
that's right.
Emotionally, like
that's right.
You can feel like when you're listening to the words connecting with the way that it's created this music, it resonates differently. Do you understand what I'm saying? So here's what I think. I think we should. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do instead of what I think. This is what I'm going to do, because we're going to get into the Splice one next as well, and we're going to get into one more. I think it will be best for artists, okay? We're going to go through artists, musicians. Maybe you could talk about what musicians can do. For artists, use this tool to make the creation process smoother. Because once upon a time, to have a guitar on your song, you needed to know how to play it, or you needed to know someone how to play it.
Yes.
So with this tool, why not now create these prompts to create the melodies, the guitar melodies, the bass melodies, the anything, any instrument that you need. If you want to create a symphonic orchestra, I'm sure you could create a vocal choir if in that, no?
Of course you can. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You can.
I remember, sorry to interrupt. I remember the first time I tested it and I heard background vocals. I was like, nah,
yes,
how?
yes, Matt.
I heard the lead, but like, again, in my brain, it's like, I know it probably said, well, it's obviously it's computer, but for me, my brain is like, how's there background vocals?
Yeah, that's insane, man. I don't know. I don't know how it's doing it. I think as well, we need to use this, man. We need to use this. Like, it's not going away. Let's be honest. Crypto didn't.
Man.
Crypto hasn't even reached its peak, and it's still not gone away. Google hasn't reached its peak, and it's still not gone away. We're talking about the internet. www.
That's it.
It's still growing. From how many years ago? This is the beginning of something where we can really use it to make your music grow legs. If you haven't already, no one is limited anymore. No one was ever limited, but now, now you just don't want to. You just don't want to win. Let's be honest.
That's it, and that's the key. I mean, you're driving the point, which is the most important thing: is adoption.
Yeah.
Don't recognize it is a threat for every single one of us. What's happening is a threat. And you might choose to ignore that or be in denial. That's your choice. I'm telling you right now, where's the camera? This stuff is a threat to me. I'm telling you, I recognize it. You know, just kind of when the computer revolution was coming about and the internet and stuff like that was coming about, let's think Blockbuster. There's a great example. Blockbuster Video. Netflix came on board and said, you know what? We're going to create a subscription model. So if you want to watch videos or series, you pay us a little something every month and then we'll make it available to you. Blockbuster was the video champion in the world.
Yeah.
The king of VHS and DVD. Blockbuster thought, online streaming, what's that nonsense? They never adopted the new tech and adapted their operation to work with what was happening, to fit into what was happening. Where is Blockbuster now? I think there's one left in the world when they were the dominant force in video.
Wow.
Yeah. Within a few years, Netflix, boom, took over. Done. So whether we like it or not, we're telling you to recognize the threat. When I say threat, I'm talking about our livelihoods here. Okay. If you recognize the threat and come to and really think about it and see, then explore and see what's possible, with it, and then say, okay, how am I going to pivot? How am I going to adapt and adopt, if I so choose? Or I can choose to become a master, a top person in another profession.
It's true. Some people will get left behind.
Yeah.
But like you said, I think the position here that we're taking here is that Netflix position, because we're both musicians in real time, and we're telling the people we're telling Blockbuster, which might be a lot of you who are saying, I'm not feeling that, I'm not hearing that, to say you need to find a way to make it work for you. It doesn't have to be that you're going to create a full song with AI, but AI will be involved in all music. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
AI will be involved in all music, so why not take advantage of it?
Exactly.
And why not elevate you? Why not use it to elevate your music instead of to you know what I'm saying, run away from it?
Yeah.
It's definitely how do you say, an acquired taste. Not everyone's going to agree with that.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's fine though. And yeah, I think, do you have anything to say about this one, or you want to go to the next one?
Yeah, just one last thing. I mean, it's kind of going to cover every aspect that we're going to be covering on this topic. It's just like anything as well. When you have an oversupply of any commodity, product, service, it diminishes the quality. It diminishes the quality. even let's go back to music. There was a time when I was growing up, in order to create music, or in order to access music, you had to go out and buy it from a shop on vinyl. You used to be able to buy it on cassette, but you had to go to the shop to buy a song if you wanted to hear that song.
That's crazy, man.
You'd be lucky if you found a station that might play that song for you, but you wouldn't know when that song's going to play. So you could choose to sit at the radio all day and wait for it to play, just in case, yeah, and then and hope it plays. Or you can go out and spend some money to buy that record. Cool. Fast forward, CD came out. You could then get the CD, high quality, and then you could then copy the CD from the songs off the CD onto your computer. So now you had the CD, but you could also play back the songs on your computer, and then you can share the files on your computer and maybe have it on some other, you can have it on multiple computers, those files. Then there was the MP3 revolution, when the files could then be transported and sent for free. And then we've gone to streaming, and it's been an evolution. Who sells music anymore? When was the last time you're earning from music, Tim?
Yeah.
You've been earning from music for the last how many years?
Yeah.
I've been earning from. When was the last time you sold a song? Have you ever sold a song?
No.
You don't. That's what I'm saying. There was a time when music, an individual song, had value. People had to walk into the store and buy a product. Now, the song can still be enjoyed by people, but the song itself as an individual commodity doesn't really have that intrinsic value as it used to.
Yeah.
So if you're just going to make music and hope that someone will stumble upon your song when there's trillions of songs out there for free, how are you going to make money from it? You have to adapt and recognize the threat. First of all, the threat to vinyl, which was CD, the threat to CD, which was MP3 and peer-to-peer sharing. Then the threat to that, which was streaming. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you can stay stuck in the past and become obsolete, or you can recognize the threat and move with
forward.
it and reposition.
100%.
And it's the same that goes
Same
with this
thing.
situation right now. Yeah.
That's what's happening now. And as well, I think it's important to recognize that one of the things that you didn't mention that you definitely noticed was that every generational shift that happened with how tangible music was or how accessible it was, it became literally less valuable.
There you go.
Do you see what I'm saying? Because
that's
look,
it.
Well, how much did you charge for how much did you charge for a vinyl?
For a vinyl, to buy a vinyl, yeah?
Yeah.
Mate, because I was into R&B at the time, right?
Yeah.
And the real R&B was American.
Yeah.
Okay, so now there weren't any R&B radio stations, so there were only pirate radio stations that you could tune into at the weekends if you're lucky, right? So you hear a track on there, you write down the name of it, you get down to your local record store, they haven't got it. They have to do what's called a vinyl 12-inch import.
Wow.
So you're waiting 2 weeks for that to be imported, and you're paying £15 for the single, for the import single, if you're lucky.
£15.
Yeah, if you're lucky.
And if we're gonna consider inflation, then who knows what that is? But
See what I'm saying?
But with that being said, what is the value of one stream? I'm sure most of you have no idea, and that's because it's almost valueless. If you play a song one time, it's insignificant. No, it actually is. Yeah. It's point one of a pound or a penny or a dollar or whatever your currency is. But and that's the thing, if your currency is it's even less. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because is it a million streams? Is it a million streams on Spotify gives you, like, is it $4,000 or something like that?
I think it's a million gives you between $4,000 to $6,000, which is obviously about half in pounds. So in order for you to actually, you can this is not 100% accurate what I'm about to say, but it's along the lines. I think it's one purchased song, which is like 99p or £1 or something, is around 100 to 150 streams. That's insane. That is insane. And with that being said, imagine what's going to happen when 10 million or 1 million people start using AI to make music.
That's what I'm saying.
How much less is it? How much more difficult is it going to be to make a living from music?
The lo-fi genre is done. The lo-fi, and this is facts. Come on, do a search on Google. The lo-fi genre is done. It's all AI. All of the lo-fi producers. I mean, there's one guy, really good guy on there, Eldre. I don't know him, but I really have enjoyed his content over the years. He's moving out of it now. He's showing his analytics over the since the AI thing took over, and he's like, it's done. You know?
Wow.
Because people who enjoy lo-fi but aren't producers, aren't musicians, they just go on and just all they do is just type, create lo-fi songs, and then they just create playlists.
That's crazy.
Upload it and earn off of it.
So what do we? So then what do we? What can we do about that? I think live performance is ultimately one of the best ways.
There you go.
Live performance. I think as well. I think building a community, right, and providing value to your community is a second way, and obviously one of the best ways. I'm just thinking of some other ways. Like, we have to think of outside the box of ways that music is almost like a free promotion tool now. Do you know what I'm saying? That's literally, it's just to get your attention to build a bigger thing, because now
that's it.
And even if you've got 10, 20, 30 million streams, it's not enough to make anything. Let's be honest here.
Bruv, that's the fallacy. That is when you're not in the game, if you're just a consumer of music, and you see, he's got 1 million streams, he's got 10 million streams, mate, it's pennies, like
pennies on
it's pennies in terms of the investment that you had to put in order to do that. I mean, there are some individuals who they blow very, very quickly with very little effort. But for the people who are serious and have invested in the development of their craft, and the financial investment in terms of getting their music out there in front of people, like the promotion, the marketing of the product and promotion, making people aware that they're there, so the audience can buy into it, and create some sort of loyalty. That's 10 million streams is it's good.
And let me qualify that as well, because bear in mind, me and myself and Dr. Duce are exceptions, because we cover all aspects of the creation of a song.
That's right.
We're talking about the fact that yes, this 10 million streams might get you 50 to 100 grand, but how many people did it take to make that? What was the investment to record the song, to pay the people? Then what's the royalty splits? What's the publishing splits? Is it from a label? Because most of these labels now, they're taking artists off of a blown up song, getting the music to bring the motion in, and selling them on tour, selling them on merch, selling them on a perfume brand, anything else. But the music is the draw. So that's what we mean. It's not going to cover, especially if you're not creating everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Tim, that is such a great insight, and you're absolutely right. People who aren't necessarily in the, you got individuals who are enthusiasts in this game, right? You've also got people who aren't necessarily in music production, but they love listening to music, but they have some sort of an interest, but they won't understand how the returns work. When I say returns, I'm talking about like the payback, financial payback. So don't be fooled by, he's got 10 million streams on Spotify, or he's got 10 million views on YouTube. Yeah, there is there is finance involved, but 10 million views or 10 million streams is not 10 million pounds or $10 million.
Yeah.
Far from it. That's the reality of the situation. Okay. But I think at this point, you know, we've got so much that we want to share. And I think what we don't want to do is make this too much. What do you reckon we put it to the audience? Maybe we can come back if they're feeling it.
Yeah, 100%.
We can come back and do maybe a part 2. What do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%. If you want us to continue this conversation, because we've got so much to show, we would love to be able to show the splice insight on how people are using that, which is not as intense as SUNO, but it's still showing how you can use splice right now. Use AI in creating your music, or even just composing your tracks. But if you want us to get into it a little bit more, comment and leave your opinions down below, man, what you think of this whole thing, this revolution, and let us know if you want that part 2 to come out, and then we'll get on it and we'll do that for you.
Yeah, I mean, this has been such a great vibe, Tim, you know, and it's good to be able to share this with you. You know, I have mentioned it to you before, but like you said, it's the first time you're seeing it, you know, and it's live, you know, and it was great to witness your energy, how it landed for you, because it reminded me of the impact it had on me when I first actually discovered it and heard what was possible, and sort of it's the realization as to what we're confronting now.
Yeah, it's huge.
So yeah, it's been really, really, really enriching for me to have this exchange, man. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, so guys, let us know. And then hopefully we can get back into the conversation, man. I appreciate you all for watching the video. And until next time, man.
Until next time, take care.